Shalom, shalom. Say this around Masha the Menace. Welcome to Empowering Preeminence, Multimedia Productions. And I want to get straight to it, man. I'm reading something online from hitc.com. And for the last 13 hours, what's been trending is a petition against Kevin Samuels. The name of the topic is called "Why Is There a Petition Against Kevin Samuels?" Instagram and YouTube Drama Explained by Shayna Wilson. And it reads, social media users are calling for YouTuber Kevin Samuels to be removed from both Instagram and YouTube. A viral petition has almost reached 10,000 signatures. It says, the petition states, removing this leader of hatred against women will bring reprieve for all of us. Now the word reprieve means to make a withdrawal from making a punishment or a penalty to somebody. Which is kind of funny that she says something like that, because I hate when women be saying hate. You hate women. And usually women say stuff like that. That's because they lack an intellectual, collegiate, academic rebuttal in response to Kevin Samuels' talking points, to Kevin Samuels' point of view, to the statistics and the data that he brings about, which is actually factual. Alright, I'm gonna continue on reading. It says, boasting over 1.6 million subscribers on YouTube, Kevin Samuels is a self-proclaimed image consultant and lifestyle coach, as per his YouTube page. Samuels' YouTube content follows similar titles, including Why Can Modern Women Handle the Truth? And Are Modern Women Really Happy? Likewise, Samuels is active on the photo sharing app Instagram, earning over 960,000 followers on the platform. Alright. It says, what is the Kevin Samuels petition? A petition that surfaced online within the past few months calling for the YouTuber to be removed from Instagram and YouTube specifically. The petition has almost cleared 10,000 signatures. Yeah, I think the last time I checked is at 8,600, 8.6 thousand signatures, which shows you how ridiculous it's getting. Alright? It says the petition has almost cleared 10,000 signatures at the time of publishing, as it criticizes Samuels' comments towards women in particular. The appeal reads, with the rise in violence against women, specifically African American women, YouTuber Kevin Samuels has galvanized a community of men of all races and nationalities in the outspoken hatred of women. Removing his voice of divisive vitriol would allow women to feel safer not only in public spaces, but in online communities as well. Once again, Kevin Samuels is not spewing hatred. You understand? Okay, let's say this. Let's say I were to buy that, right? Let's say I were to buy that Kevin Samuels hate women. Is he not allowed to hate certain group of women? Because there are prerequisites and there are conditions to fucking love. Let's keep it real. Christ said in the book of St. John, I don't care if you want to hear the scripture or not, but I'm going to say it anyway, because this is a Hebrew Israelite platform. This is my platform. Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus, said in the book of St. John chapter 5 verse 10, if you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love. As I keep my Father's commandments, I abide in his love. You understand? So what is that saying? He's giving you the conditions and prerequisites of abiding, meaning to live and to dwell in his love. And the prerequisites is you have to adhere to his commands. You have to adhere to his demands. You have to adhere to his rules. Otherwise, you're considered an outcast, an outlaw, and unruly. The same thing goes for you women. You women, y'all talking about Kevin Samuels hate women. You fucking women hate the Most High. How many times have we Israelites have explained to you for years and decades? You understand? Especially ever since the commencement of YouTube, that a man can have more than one wife. A man can have more than one wife. Take me for instance. How many times I say that if you women are not virgins, according to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 24 verses 1 through 4, you are no longer suitable for marriage. But all I get is insolence. All I get is revolt from y'all, because y'all do not want to adhere to the scriptures, which will level y'all up spiritually. Y'all don't give a fuck about the Most High. You understand? And King David says that I hate anybody that hate the Most High. I hate them with a perfect hatred. I come to my enemies. Psalms 139. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he's saying. You heard me? Now, once again, Kevin Samuels out of his own mouth says that he does not hate women. You know, I expressed my grievances before about how I feel about single mothers. You dig? And I hate single mothers. I really do. I really hate them. They are the worst. I did a video saying that single mothers is worse than the white cops. And I made reference to a woman. It was on World Star Hip Hop. She commissioned her baby daddy that if you want to see your son again, you gotta cash up me a G. Ron was like, I don't have $1,000 on me. I just got $300 on me. And she said, okay, I'll take the $300. So then he was like, okay, how much time do I have to see my son for $300? I think she said about an hour and a half, that's it. And he was like, man, that's all? That's how much time I have for $300? That's ridiculous. And there's another video of a black woman, a baby mama. She went from I don't know if it was her car or from the passenger side of a friend car or something. In the cold weather, she dropped the kid off, the baby girl off in a little baby carriage right in front of the door and knocked on it and departed. But this type of stuff is never being addressed in social media or in mainstream. But they have the nerve to say that they want to petition to get rid of Kevin Samuels. For what? Because he's speaking against stuff like that rightfully? Now Kevin Samuels is his own man. If he chooses not to hate women, that's his prerogative. But like he said on Vlad TV, he said you had Tommy Lauren that did a whole video saying men are trash. That's misandry. That's misandry. Misandry means hatred of men. But nobody calls out on that. You dig? Nobody calls out on that except for brothers in the red pill circuit. That is outrageous. You understand? Now let me continue reading. Now it says freedom of speech is a constitutional right for each of us. However, when that speech is loaded with thoughts and threats of violence towards women, manipulation of young women, and even fantasies of death to women, that freedom of speech becomes a prison for all people whose thoughts and desires are intended to isolate. Now I got those thoughts. I'm assuming she meant to say whose thoughts and desires are intended to isolate. Now once again, when around have ever intended, even remotely promoted violence in his content, in his subject matter. The dude never promoted violence. And when he did talk about death, all he do is tell the truth about women who has a body count larger than the freaking square mileage in New Orleans, still wants an alpha man and a high value man, and a high value man don't want a woman like that with so much baggages. So they gonna have to settle for getting a so-called average man, or even a subpar average man. And a subpar average man is still better than their ass. You understand? And then if they can't even get a subpar average man to satisfy them, or to satisfy the subpar average man, should I say, then they're gonna have to resort to one of their last preferences, one of their last options. There's a purchase a pet, whereas a gerbil, a hamster, a cat, more commonly a dog, and die alone. And that is many of these women's fate. I know way too many single mothers who going to end up dying alone because they're asking for too fucking much. You dig? They're asking for too much. You about 350 to 400 pounds. You still think you can get you that alpha male, that athletic man, just because you got a vagina? Your vagina will not save you. The problem is, man, you women have been taught that you can use your vagina, man, to circumvent everything, to supersede everything. And y'all really believe that. That's why I keep saying that you women are just like children. I did a podcast segment of that. You women and children are the same people. I'm writing a book on it right now. You women and children are practically the same group of people. Y'all don't think realistically. Y'all think idealistically, which means you fantasize too damn much. I'm gonna continue reading. It says acts of violence, sexually predatory behavior, and even death has been documented as stemming from rhetoric Mr. Samuels and his community of followers has spewed in just the last 12 months alone. When has Round have ever commissioned the brethren to commit violence, domestic violence against his women? When? When has he ever given a green light in any of his freaking videos? You understand? To promote violence towards unruly women. She says women feel unsafe in the presence of men who identify with this ideology and have even been berated while going about their daily lives, yes, even while at work, with criticisms that have been spoken directly from Mr. Samuels' mouth. The very words that were spoken on social media platforms have permeated every facet of daily life for unsuspecting women. That is ridiculous. So women feel unsafe. So you saying that Kevin Samuels, his content, you understand, is worse than the Rona. Y'all know what I'm talking when I say the Rona. You understand? Y'all feel more unsafe with Kevin Samuels' content. Y'all feel more unsafe with around men who happen to subscribe to the content of Kevin Samuels. Y'all saying that's worse than the Rona. Y'all saying that's worse than the West Nile. Y'all saying it's worse than swine flu, right? The worst, the absolute the pandemic of pandemics happens to be the content of Kevin Samuels and any brother in the manosphere or the red pill alpha male circuit. That's what y'all saying? This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Kevin Samuels y'all looked upon him as a pandemic. No, the pandemic is y'all. The pandemic is this counterfeit alpha female mentality, which is going to end up escorting y'all into single motherhood, single dog motherhood, or just plain old single, and you will perish as a pariah. Because you women trying to go against the grain of the paradigm that the Most High have established between male and female. You women should be more confined to the household than going outside and play the damn field. Let's keep it real. The man should be out there in the field on a daily and nightly basis, not you women. That's why you always hear to say you cannot turn a hoe into a housewife, because a hoe plays the field. She's for the streets. She can't come back. She can't come back and be confined to the household. You understand? She's been branded by different niggas in the streets.